We didn't want to talk about
We've
Doctor
got to get
Who.
better at this.
Yeah, we didn't want to talk about Doctor Who 2 weeks in a row. We made a very conscious effort to say we would not talk about Doctor Who every episode. But I think so far we are 3 for 3. But that's because of all of the atom bomb that was dropped yesterday. Oh, yesterday.
Yeah.
2 days ago. Fuck.
It was Sunday night.
Our 14th Doctor
Sunday
has been
afternoon.
crowned for 2 days, and it feels like it's been a lifetime already.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Where were you when you heard the news? Where were you?
Just in bed.
I was on my settee over there.
Fermoy's Garden Centre. Hell yeah.
Yeah!
The news broke. I was like, yes, this has made my already.
This is
awful
our
life
first sponsored
sometimes
segment.
better.
And finally, someone wants us. Yeah, I've seen every take under the sun already. All the people who have already decided that Jodie was a failed experiment is
Yep.
loving every moment of this, calling this an experiment as well, with the first black doctor as well. And gay doctor.
And ripped Doctor.
Yeah, now. Tennant's
Yeah.
pretty ripped.
Did you not see Matt Smith and Morbius?
Yeah,
Nah.
true.
Was whatever he was doing.
It's like a little dance.
I mean, if people are saying Jodie's a failed experiment, then I think that's a pretty good failed experiment.
Yeah.
Like, she was absolutely fantastic. Like, in the current Doctor Who magazine that I'm reading at the minute, there's like this really interesting interview with Chibnall, and then he's talking about how, as they're going through the edit, they obviously have to do like so many passes of the edit and like watch it with the sound off and everything. And he really, like, he recommended watching Holiday Jodie's episodes with the sound off, so that you can just see all the little mannerisms and things that she's doing in the background, and like all the physical comedy that she does. Like, she's not even the one in focus, and she's the one in the back. Like, yeah, what an actress. Absolutely incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he disappearing?
Nah, he's good.
Oh, sorry, did I cut out?
A little bit.
Tiny
That's
bit.
fine. Just
Fine.
at the
Oh.
end.
Well, then, that's not for you to hear. That's for the listeners.
Yeah, no, I think it's insane that people are writing off Jodie instantly, and
Yeah.
I've seen enough people who have already said, like, oh, I'm glad this era is entirely done with, and we're never going to talk
Yeah.
about it again. It's like, no, I'm sure Russell would have cast a woman just the same as he would have cast Shooty. Shooty's
Yeah.
just so good.
Like-
Also,
What a dude.
insane to me how nobody ever thought that man could be the Doctor, because I had no idea. I just watched him in Sex Education, loved every moment. He has so many highs and lows. He can do long-winded speeches, and I was like, oh yeah, no, he's never going to play the Doctor, I guess.
Yeah.
He's
Well, that was never a
yeah.
thought that went
Yeah.
through my mind of, oh, he wouldn't be able to do it. But I think
I know
that's
maybe a
when
couple
you know.
couple years. You know, he seemed really young and like,
Yeah.
you know,
Really young. The man's
Really
nearly
young.
30.
he seemed like he was 14. Like, it's what's insane.
Still 5 years older than when Matt Smith
Yeah.
Yeah.
took it.
Seems
But
like- oh.
yeah, I think that's when you know that it's, I mean, not that a name actor or something can't be an incredible Doctor, but I think they're my favourite castings before you've seen any of like them actually as the Doctor. Is it someone where it's like, oh, obviously it's them. Why
Yeah.
didn't we think that it would be them?
Yeah.
And yeah, that complete curveball where it's suddenly like, yeah, it was them all along, of
Yeah.
course. Like, why didn't we think of that?
No, right in front of us for like 4 years. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
It's so great that we have Russell back anyway, but
Yeah.
like him bringing the silliness of Doctor Who back with Shooty, because you know Shooty's
Yeah.
gonna play it silly.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's gonna be great.
It's like, what was it? Quentin Reviews put out the tweet. I think it was like every episode it needs to be like a new wardrobe, and it can just be whatever
Yeah.
Shooty just turns up to set on. Like, just yeah, that's the outfit for this week. Like, yeah, that'll be
I'm
fine.
so excited for when the regenerations first happened, and then Shooty in Whittaker's clothes. Like,
Oh
'cause
yeah, that'd be
them
brilliant.
in that outfit, just absolutely incredible.
That'd be brilliant.
They're one of those annoying people where they can make literally any outfit
Anything
work.
work.
Yeah, they don't have to try. Like, it's just I woke up in this. Like,
You
it's
see them at the
perfect.
BAFTAs like that. They have a hole in their shirt, and it looks great.
Yeah, that was a look. It's Very happy with that.
They nicked Bill's shirt from.
I don't remember
Stop.
this shit.
But nah, my big.
No,
my
I
big
meant
call.
more. Bill got a hole in the chest.
Oh, you piece of. I thought you
Sorry, I
meant.
should have.
Uh,
No. Sorry,
No,
I should
my
have
big
explained
call.
that more.
No,
call,
that
we've
was
got-
probably a better subtle joke. I
Yeah.
just do not remember Capaldi's era.
More for you then.
yeah. That's pity you. But my big call, I want Lydia West as the companion now. Like, make her the companion. Like, there's nothing
Yeah.
to stop her now.
Isn't she
She'd
in
be
the
so
new
good.
Mike Myers show on Netflix?
Yes, she is.
I've not seen it yet because, like every other Netflix show, it just kind of gets released one day and it's like, oh, that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do callback jokes, but we haven't set anything up. So I'm
It's
just
a callback
trying to get people to watch more shit.
So we'll do a setup later, and then that would have been a callback to the later
Yeah.
setup.
Yeah.
It works.
It's-
That's
it's
comedy
a-
writing 101.
It's exactly what it is. It's also how you bait people to watch more stuff because they get nostalgic for the thing that they're going to see. Like with Doctor Who and David Tennant returning.
Oh, that was very clever. Give her a medal for that. Honestly, well done. You lost me there, but
Spoilers.
you got me there.
Spoilers, I know. Dude,
Can't believe you've done this.
Okay, it's huge. It's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what they do.
I love that his motto from the Graham Norton show still rings true, where he is an old whore and he will return for anything.
I thought once in our lifetime was all we were going to get, but nah, twice, that's it.
I think David
It's kind
Tennant's
of
the
a treat.
one. David Tennant's the one they're gonna wheel out every time. He's just the safe bet.
He's the most
Well, I mean-
recognisable one as well, like...
Out of all the Doctors, the one that you could make the biggest excuse for can come back at like any point, no matter how much they've aged, is Smith.
Oh,
Because you have that on Trenzalore, where like he
Yeah.
just ages up. So you could conceivably say that at any point along there. But I think it's the kind of thing where audiences are like, yeah, okay, human beings age, but we're just glad to see this character on the screen. It doesn't matter that.
I'm madly excited for it, and like from the set pics that we've seen, like, I mean, I've spoiled it for myself already, but it looks pretty exciting. Like the way that he's like sort of just slipped back into the character very easily, and the seeing Catherine Tate running around and very clearly doing the Donnerisms that we've missed. The one thing I was really mad about with Day of the Doctor was the way that they didn't have companions interact, because Rose would have been so good in there, like so good. I would love to see Rose talk to Clara, and that would have given Clara more of a dynamic for the boyfriend arc that they tried to do. But it didn't
I feel
really
like
work.
Rose would have felt a bit out of place. I think like a Martha or... Yeah, I think Martha.
I wouldn't even be mad if it was that, but if we saw Rose interact with Rose
Yeah.
as Bad Wolf acting with John Hurt, and then Tennant being like, "What? Why are you here?"
I think that
would
would
be
have
nice.
been then just like, it would become too much of a thing, like he was already juggling too much in that special as it was, so it was kind of like, I give this or I get that, and I think
True.
it's a casualty of it already being a very big story, just...
Yeah. But I think companions interacting is the most interesting thing for a character arc to do, whereas like when they've done with currently with Joe and Jodie, it's like, oh, the Doctor doesn't know things, oh no, and that's the whole arc, which doesn't impact the companions and doesn't impact anything else broader other than the Doctor.
Like, this is going to make me sound like a fucking nerd when I've just come across as such a cool guy up till now. In the Doctor Who comics, the Four Doctors, they have Capaldi with Clara, and she has like an interesting little bit with 11. But then other than that, 10 and 11 both have like comic companions as opposed to like ones that were televised. And so it's kind of weird for newcomers to come on and be a bit more like, oh, okay. Like they still do like interesting character stuff and whatnot, but it's less familiar of like, oh, okay, that's them, because it's always weird. There's like the weird hierarchy of like the televised companions and then like the expanded media companions, because they still feel slightly off with the different Doctors. I mean, like you've got Lucy Miller and stuff on Big Finish with McGann, which like that feels up there with Rose and all the televised ones and everything to me. But then the other ones just kind of feel a bit like, I don't know, a bit odd, if that makes sense.
I get that. I don't know. I'm excited. I kind of just want to see more Doctors so we can have more companion interaction, because it's going to be weird shooty with Yaz, which again, incredible. We talked about Heartstopper like 2 episodes ago. You should watch that, because holy shit, she's really good in that, and she's going to play really well against Shooty as a companion duo. But
is
because
she
then,
like confirmed as the companion?
we don't know
she was
yet.
just a character called Rose. I mean, makes sense,
Yeah.
but like I was wondering if it happened.
We don't know yet, but I assume it will be a companion. That makes no sense to introduce it and then just
I hope
have that as a
so.
one-off, I guess. But like to have them and them getting to know each other, and then it just sort of having Donna in and being like, oh yeah, this is really cool. It feels like you're just completing a Tennant arc at the moment, rather than a new Doctor.
Yeah.
It's like, I really wish I could come in and say like the cynical joke of like, oh, David Tennant really meant it when he said I don't want to go, but I'm so fucking excited to see him come back.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's gonna be so cool. But like, I want this to be a special, and I don't want it to be a Tennant episode, so everyone can go, Russell's back. You know.
That's what I'm worried it's gonna be. Like, but then I think he's too smart to like waste, because they hold that ending as sacred. So I don't think they'd do it if they didn't
100%.
have to. Like,
Yeah, because even Russell himself in like his captions on his Instagram post has been like, is this a parallel universe? Is this an alternate timeline? What is it? You don't know yet, and you're not going to know. Focus on Jodie. Jodie's stuff's coming out soon. We're sorry that we have to announce this. It's because we're filming in public, and it would have leaked, so we might as well own it.
I like
But-
that he's
Bloody
apologizing that he has to announce it though. That's really nice, because we're just gonna get. It shows that he wants to commit to the secrecy still, and that's what I've been worried about with the changing over.
Yeah, because he literally said Jodie has an amazing special coming up where they've actually done a good job at keeping secrets.
really good. Oh, I'm so excited. I love that we can now just focus on Jodie now, because they're not going to talk about this shit. I know they're going to film in a Cardiff quarry at some point, but we don't need to think about that at the moment. We can think about just, we're going to see a spaceship that's on the green screen.
Who's your biggest person where you're like, I need them to return?
Amy Pond.
More
Like,
than 11?
genuinely. Yeah, literally more than 11. I just want Amy, I really just want to see where they ended up, if that is what we get. Because they're my favourites, and I love them, and I want to see them again.
it'd be like, it would ruin where that character went for the end, like twice. But I want to see Bill again. Like, if Capaldi does come back and they give him, I just want to see him with Bill. Like, because I know, like, if in a dream reality where companions came back, they'd probably give like 11 Amy. Is that a choice? Do you give Peter Capaldi? Like, do you give her Clara or Bill? I'd be like, please give Bill, just because I always preferred Bill.
I think it does need to be Bill, and I really think it's because Clara would be so weird. Like, you have to jump between Peter still loving, but then having to show that this is her boyfriend.
Yeah, I think you'd need to first of all see where the character of the Doctor is at that point, and if he is the more like guarded, angrier one, or if it is the more like university lecturer one. But then you also have the logistics of like getting the actors back, and then all the stuff on top of that. So
we can speculate though.
Oh no, that wasn't me going.
No,
you need to look at
But
all the actors' schedules and need
we can
to align it
speculate
all.
a lot more now, I think, because it is a special, hopefully, unless Tennant is there for a whole season, which is going to be weird.
I don't think he'll be there.
I don't think he will, but who fucking knows? We haven't got anything confirmed yet.
It's unprecedented though. Like, that's such a, I don't know, to
It
make
is.
that run alongside your new one. That's such a bastardized version of what the show could be. Like, I don't know.
100%.
It could be brilliant, but it just
Imagine a what if.
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
we don't know how it's going to play out. We don't know if it's going to be like a one special, or if it's going to be like a few episodes, or if it's going to be.
Imagine the 60th anniversary is a series.
Yeah.
Like, that could be cool. But it depends how much the BBC are willing to pay, I'm going to guess. Which, after the past however much, and after seeing Russell doing it on the cheap, I'm sure they're going to drastically reduce the budget a little bit.
Do a Children of Earth thing. Do like 3-4 nights in a row, and it's like tune in each night. This is one big thing. Like, that would do amazingly. Everyone would tune in for that. Everyone would be talking about that.
If we're gonna talk about speculating, though, we've seen, and this is a spoiler because we just seen her on set, that Rachel Talalay, from directing fame of all of pretty much the good episodes in Peter Capaldi's era.
He has more good episodes than that.
But,
she is incredible, though.
She's very, very good.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, she did all his finales, didn't she?
Yeah, and she has just done a shit ton of photos on Twitter of Peter Capaldi and Matt Lucas.
I didn't see the Peter Capaldi one. I saw the Matt Lucas one, though.
There's Peter Capaldi one from early April, but he's got his doctor hair. He's not bald like he was for Thingy. Suicide Squad.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to feed into any. I don't want to think about it. I'm just.
That's my spec. That's the one that I'm most like. Oh, maybe, but Smith probably not. He's on the Morbius train. You know, he's probably made several $1 trillion.
We're all on the Morbius train.
Yeah,
he's busy with House of the Dragon. Like that's got another series.
Isn't that done? Yeah, but that's filming's done. They're not started filming yet.
It'll be very busy on that. That'll be, given who he is in that show, he will be very, very busy.
Yeah, but it's just that's not started yet. That's the reason I'm a bit more like, I got an open schedule, but also Morbius.
Greatest film of all time.
Literally. Have you seen? They've released them now. It's out. Like, we can see the HD version of him dancing.
Yeah.